Alright. Well, hello and welcome. I'm your friendly neighbor Hard, Dungeon Master Peter, um, the leader of Photo Quest and Dungeon Master from the Path of Two. At my current moment, I have two of my lovely 7 players. We have Travis playing May-Ighe, and we have Rachel playing Nanagan. The other players will be joining us later on. Some are getting off of work, some are traveling home, and as always, Eli should be joining us last, who plays Senguine. So we're going to do a very brief recap of last session, which kind of got a little bit heated from a lot of perspectives. The group found the church, actually drove to the church, and a lot of things was talked and discovered about the church. The church is very open on their practice and their ways, but they do keep something secret. They do let whoever asks about secrets, knowing that they have secrets. I'm not just going to tell you the secrets unless you're a member. We found out that Nanagan and her fiance are actual members of the church. We had May-Ighe and Leander both cleanse themselves for the truth, so they feel a hell of a lot better. While the rest of the group was being a little bit skeptical. We ended that session with a big reveal. So the church did end our first day, and we're just on day 2. Unfortunately, since this is, decided to make this the last episode of the Halloween special. So this won't have a Halloween title. This will just have episode 22. The big reveal was on the second day when the group all kind of gathered outside the church, except for Thoror, because he was hanging out with Cain. They all found out who Eugene's father is. They knew his father was the mayor, and that the mayor is none other than Vidpick. For those of you joining us, Vidpick is a major player in the fantasy world and has a very deep connection to May-Ighe. If you want to know more about him, go ahead and check out our previous videos and catch up on the story so far. So we last left off. You guys are in the parking lot, and he told you guys his name. And we'll go ahead and go, well, yes, you can put it as Vidpick. Mayor Vidpick.
Delightful. I'll make sure to pass that along.
Perfect. He looks around.
We're currently waiting for them to reappear with.
I'm technically getting Eugene, so I'm not there for the name reveal.
So as you go to get Eugene, as you open the door, you can see him like standing up with like a cane, because it looks like his wound has suffered more than what was expected or what was done. Something happened that you can just tell. He does look a lot paler, but you just don't know what it is. You do know that the cut that was made should not have done this damage, but so something either A, Nanagan fucked up, or B, Senguine fucked up in his magic, or C, there's something else going on. But Eugene will go ahead and like sit up on the bed, put pressure on that cane and stand up, and he'll look at you and goes, "Oh, hey, May-Ighe.
Are you still not recovered?
I'll be fine. I'm going to assume the reason you're here is because my father's outside."
Yeah, I came to escort you out to him.
Alright, well, let's get this grounding or this yelling over with, and he will slowly make his way.
I will. I'll offer my body if he needs like leverage, if he needs help moving. See if he takes it.
He'll acknowledge the the support, and just as if I need it, he'll lean on you.
Okay.
So after Sorry, go
Do
for
you
it.
have everything? Are you missing anything? Do you got everything?
I'm fine.
All right.
He does have, though, he has the same outfit except for like a different shirt. They gave him like a plain white shirt that he can wear. So he will hop on out. The doors to the church will reopen. Um, and so everyone who was outside will see that Eugene is standing with May-Ighe, and then that father is also standing with them as well. And we'll say that Leander kind of moves up to them as well.
I know May-Ighe wasn't present for the name drop, but as Vidpick was his own personal enemy, would he have recognized him when he got out of the car before he went to go get Eugene?
That will all go ahead and roll me an insight. If May-Ighe cares.
To be honest, I don't think May-Ighe was really paying attention. I think he was sort of averting his gaze
Okay.
at the presence.
Perfect. So everyone is still there, minus Thoror, and everything. Eugene will look at his father and say, "Father, you had to come here. The one place I forbade you from going, you had to come here." Well, I didn't really choose that.
It's
They
not his fault.
brought me here. And father will go, it's okay. We tended to his wounds. He is free to go back with you as you please. We don't want any trouble. This was just a day of chaos that poor Eugene had to suffer. But I think we have done everything we can to provide his well-being. And you are more than welcome to take him back. The mayor will just look. That's good. Come on, son. We are going home. Eugene won't move. He will stay there and look and say no. Unfortunately, Father, I do have to do something. I have to retrieve the person I love back into this world and fix the mistakes of these monsters that have caused why they have been here. Vidpick will look very angrily at his son, but everyone can see that that stern confidence in Eugene that you guys haven't seen in a Eugene before. Because he's usually that goofball. Even when he's cast magic, he doesn't really have this confidence. But he has that the confidence of a fighter right now. His father will look at him and go, "Very well. But if anything further is to happen to you, I will solely put this church to blame. And if I need to burn down this church, I will." Father will go, "Nice. I would take that deal. If anything more dramatic has happened to Eugene that we cannot heal, you are more than welcome to burn down this church." Vidpick will walk over to Father and they will shake hands. And Vidpick will look Father. Father will say, "Vidpick."
And I look up.
Vidpick will look down at you.
Do I recognize him?
In insight. We're using
It is to the best of my knowledge as the last time I saw Vidpick.
correct. We are using this insight as a kind of May-Ighe have the insight to kind of, if he was to put the Vidpick he knows onto this face, would they match up?
Yes.
Hmm.
That's what
I'm
I'm
wondering
going
if he
for.
got pulled here since came.
I got a 6.
A 6. So I'm gonna give you advantage on this because of your backstory.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wanted to add that to my 6 count, Peter.
Oh.
6 was the highest.
I can add it to the counter.
Wow.
I rolled a 7 and a 2.
Wait, don't you have anything in insight?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a neg 1 wisdom.
Oh.
Peter, you never sent me that card.
Well, if it comes into play, I'll send it.
Okay.
As of right now, we can just mosey.
I just pull out my character sheet because I think I bought my proficiencies and stuff so I can fill these all out.
Perfect. Wait, so the face doesn't click, but you know the name clicked, and kind of when the deal was, it took you say that good as Vipik is walking away back to his cars. When he gets to his cars, it clicks.
And it clicks that I know who this is.
Correct.
I will go back to averting my gaze, just sort of not looking at him, but in my peripheral, keeping an eye.
Okay. Vipik.
Can I make a perception check to see if Vitpick recognized or had any reactions to May-Ighe? As the mayor, he wouldn't necessarily have any interaction with the kids in the school, but if he was brought here the way Kane was, he might have recognized May-Ighe.
Go for it.
16 minus 2.
No recognitions. He did scan everyone the same. You can tell he looked at May-Ighe for a little bit longer just because he was standing closer to Eugene. You can probably assume he was just trying to check if May-Ighe had any weapons on him to further harm Eugene, since Eugene did call the group a bunch of monsters.
So cruel.
But so Vipik will go back into his cars, and the mayor will drive off, leaving just you guys and Father at the steps of the church.
Well, now that that's over, Eugene, are you okay, or do you need to go lay back down?
He will look at you all and just say, "Just get me the fucking books," and he'll waddle back inside.
All right, the books.
Iris is here. The last I know, I remember Iris having the other book and reading it. So I'm going to approach Iris and say, do you have the other book still?
We have not gone to the mine yet, so we don't have the book.
Yeah, no.
Didn't you? Well, didn't we go to Old Town to get books?
We got books on like the pentagrams and stuff, but not the Song of the Dead or the Living.
Correct. We found the locations of the Song in the Living, of the Death in the Living, in these books, which we found out that it is located in the mine and one at the church. So we would just have to go to the mine to find the Book of the Dead.
Yeah, so we were given books by Mrs. Ramandul for giving her the stories of our past, but they were books with the Latin words and the pentagrams and things we needed to banish the demon. Not the stuff to revive core. So if you wanted the books on getting rid of the demon, that's what they have. And Leander has some of those.
Eugene, what books in particular do you need?
Well, if we're gonna get Core's life back, I need a book of the living and the dead. And depending on what you want to do with the demon, you can either give it to a church, or if you have books on destroying it, you can destroy it. It's up to you. I just want Core back.
Same.
I take out the book I had, which was about the demon, I believe it was. Which I'll find the notes just to be sure. I will start going through my things, looking for the book that I have in my possession.
Elevator music.
I have the Dimension book.
Okay.
The book on the Dimension.
So that will go for it.
So Iris has the book on the demon.
Most likely. Well, so we'll say that you found some time to read a little bit of that book, if you want. Or did I already give you the notes on the book?
I did immediately read it when I first got it.
Okay, so I already gave you notes on the book?
You didn't give me notes. I just said I was reading it when.
Oh, okay. So trying to figure out how to Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, well, I'll just see how to stream this on Discord. Okay, so as you kind of will take the time, Eugene will sit down and kind of go over what some of these things mean with you in the book. We'll say it takes about an hour. Pretty much it talks about how interdimensional travel works between different planes. The famous one is a arcane travel format to where you use portals. Which is also one of the most dangerous formats if the portal isn't constructed correctly. Because if it's not constructed correctly, anyone can take over the portal if they find it in what is known as kind of the ethereal. I can't even say the word. Ethereal void.
Ethereal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Void. He refers to it as a very thin plane of existence that is the gap between different worlds. Not many beings can go there, but there are very select few of people known as walkers that can travel freely between these planes using that passageway.
Walkers travel.
And
Walkers travel ethereal void.
Correct. And they kind of maintain the balance between it to just make sure like they know, oh, this is a void, oh, this is a gateway to go from this plane to this plane. It doesn't have any like runes or anything to allow evil in. So they'll kind of like watch it, protect it to make sure it goes freely. But those portals that open up with force or by accident, they don't have like a marker on them. So the walkers can't, it's a lot harder for walkers to find them and then protect them. That's why they're so easily taken over.
Continuancy question. I'm going to assume that May-Ighe and Eugene have gone somewhere to read this book and they're not just doing it out where I can hear them.
Oh, they're doing it out front.
Okay, so in that case, everyone can hear them. So, like, people who are directly involved with the portal, we don't know about them messing with.
Yeah, everyone who's out here can hear it.
Because, like, we don't know that they are messing with the portal. I don't believe they told us that when they came back. They just said they were
Iris hasn't told anyone yet that they have a way to go home with the help of Cthulhu.
Right. Okay. So they can hear this danger speak, but I don't know that it's pertinent to them.
Correct. He will say with a portal that is forcibly opened, which is also known as like a tear, a rip, a fracture, however you want to define it, that can easily be taken over. Sometimes it goes through different controllers in like hours, minutes, or even seconds. But once something has a full control over it, all they need is just one more step and they can freely come between the two planes.
Can you repeat that last part one more time?
Which part?
The tear, rip, fracture. It could be taken over, and once... and that's where I need to repeat.
Once something has full control of that, ripped, whatever you want to call it, They can freely come within the two planes as long as they have a anchor. So you will pretty much, for example, we'll use this portal. If something was to come out of it, it will be like smaller minions, like a vanguard if it was an invading force. Once that vanguard sets up an anchor, then all the big hitters can come out and play.
That's going to get messy.
Super messy. Depending on how it works. Which, having Eugene explain this will kind of give you guys that flashback of what Thoror tried to do, and that my explanation to Thoror. How he needed an anchor. And go ahead, both of you roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, because we know a fighter's great at that.
Hey, you never know. You might roll high.
12.
Is this a saving throw?
No.
I wish.
11.
Never mind.
Yeah, neither of us know.
Hey.
I rolled low. To be fair, I think it makes sense May-Ighe doesn't know because he wasn't there when the whole
thing
was going on. So I don't really... May-Ighe doesn't really know.
Oh yeah, we've got the two players who were very distracted by something else. All the ones who are rolling for this. That's great.
So, I mean, dice tell a story.
Right, they do. They really do.
Though, to be fair, my intelligence isn't as bad as my wisdom. My wisdom is a -2. My intelligence is a +2.
Eugene will ask May-Ighe at the very end of the hour, do you have any questions about what we just went over?
No. I don't think so.
All right.
So I can get you... I can go... Father.
Yes.
I know that I have not done enough to earn favor or to be asking of things from you. But we want to get Core back.
Okay.
Core, who is the one that has the demon inside her. What do I need to do to gain your help?
We will just ask that you let us have the demon.
Done.
Do you have any objections with that?
Is he asking me?
Yeah.
I would provide that with, if you would be willing to share what you want to do with this demon. Are you going to destroy it?
Unfortunately, that is church business only.
Don't get any kudo points for being a member with my husband.
Since you are not the real Nanagan, no.
Oh.
And don't worry, I will not tell your husband that you are not the real you.
He knows.
Oh, well, in that case... I'm kidding. I just wanted to see the looks on you guys' face where he just pulls out a shotgun and goes hunting.
Oh, just,
I thought
not
he was going
joining
to
your
shoot
church,
Eugene.
may I?
I thought he was going to shoot Eugene.
Sorry, boy. You're weak.
Well, Father, I mean, I don't need to know exactly what you plan to do with this demon, but outside of telling me that, could you at least assure me that you would not use this demon for evil means? That you would not harvest its powers to take revenge or destroy someone else?
I will tell you what you need to hear so you can sleep at night.
That doesn't make me feel better. You want me to trust you, and I'm trying to do that. I've made steps towards what you said, and starting with Bryce, I told him everything, and I want to be truthful and clear the air, and I understand that this is not a secret society, but as a church, it is going to have secrets from people who are not members. I want to know that this society is a good one. That if I want to put my faith in you, that I'm not blindly putting my faith into something that is in itself not great.
Well, good and evil is all on the perspective of how you want to see it. Judge us by our actions, and if there you can trust us. We will not trust you until your actions speak the truth. So you have stepped forward, and it's a great process, which you got much more to do in your redemption, since we now know that you are not the Nanagan, and that you have...
You knew that before.
We did. But I wasn't going to say it out in open, but now the world knows. And our Father knows.
I mean, the real Nanagan is relative, is it not? I'm just as real as the person who was here before.
Possibly.
You want me to judge you by your actions, but you won't tell me what your actions are.
You don't get to deserve.
I've told you my actions. My actions are I want to get my friend back. My action is I will do all that I can outside the realm of evil. I'm only asking that you assure me that if you help me and my friends, if we deserve help, that you will also stay outside of the realms of what is generally considered evil. That if we offer up this entirely powerful demon entity, that you won't use it for ill will.
We have already stated that if necessity needs to be done, we will use it for evil.
I'll just look at May-Ighe and I go, I can't. He's saying that he could use it for evil. You're going to give him this demon outright instead of destroy it.
We didn't summon this demon to this world.
I didn't summon this demon to the
but
world.
your party
I'm trying
did.
to get rid of it.
And we're giving you an out.
Yeah, but you're just taking it. I don't... May-Ighe.
You took Eugene's blood without asking him.
I know.
So now we will take the
I'm
demon
not perfect.
without asking you. So May-Ighe, your answer is if you would like our help, you will deliver the demon. But until then...
May-Ighe, there are good people here. They're going to give this demon to a bunch of people you just met who won't even deny that they are going to use this for good purposes. They're not even saying that. They're just saying, we could use this for evil if we wanted to. We're going to let you think that. There are good people in this town. You're just going to put this in the hands of people we don't know. I want to get Core back as much as anybody, but I don't want to just pass our trouble to someone else.
Father's giving us an out. I don't know.
You just repented for all of your sins, supposedly. You've let go of everything that you've held on to for your entire life, but you're willing to give this demon to an unknown society to possibly wreak havoc on other innocent people.
They said could.
They didn't say they wouldn't. What good person wouldn't say that they wouldn't use it for evil?
I couldn't tell you. Let's step aside.
Okay, we'll step aside.
You know where to find me. Father will go back inside, and I'll let you guys have this other conversation. Double.
So then what is our other option?
I can't trust someone who can't even assure us that they wouldn't use this for evil. I mean, Eugene's willing to help us, and Eugene has the books, and Eugene knows the stuff, and We already kind of had the information. We already had someone in the town, an old town, who would help us.
But
Do we really need help?
We need the book that he has. And that is currently under lock and key.
Man, you've got to see this. I want their help as much as anybody. I want Core back. It's the only reason I'm still here right now. But I can't move forward if he's not at least willing to say that they're doing this for good. I mean, I'm not gonna... It's not right. If he's just gonna release this demon out on somebody else, that's not good. There's not anybody here who's done anything to us that would deserve having a demon put on them. I don't care what they were in our reality. There isn't anyone here who's done enough to us to deserve that. If he would just say he was going to contain it, if he was going to say like they're going to study it, but he won't outright say that they're not going to release it on somebody, that they won't just harbor this demon as a hidden weapon in their battle against whoever.
I hear what you're saying, and so I'm not stumped. I'm processing. So don't take it as I'm trying to find a way out of it. I'm thinking. For me, because while we did have the option of doing the other thing, here's the thing. Either way, we still need his book, right?
Yes.
So how would we get it if it's under lock and key? We would be stealing from the church.
And this is gonna bother you now before any of the other times you've ever stolen anything? For good reasons?
I'm remembering what Kane said. What we do here affects us when we leave here. I don't know if I could steal from a church. It doesn't matter if it's this one or if it's Thor's. I don't think I could steal from a church. And they're not going to let us borrow it unless we make the deal. So in that instance, what are the other options?
Could I offer a counterbalance to that?
Sure.
You don't want to steal from a church because stealing is bad, and that one bad action could have ramifications in our own world. But what if our decision to let the church have the demon, and then their decision later to wreak havoc with said demon after they've established any kind of control over it, is our one not bad action not connected to their very bad action, which could then have a bigger ramification in our realm?
We're not responsible for what other people do.
How many times has that worked in our world?
We can only say we've done so much. What we do when the thing is done, it's not up to us, and it's not up to our good character. It is up to their character.
Yes, but it is up to our good character to leave a potentially dangerous item in the hands of an unknown.
There's just too many hypotheticals. There's too much thinking. There's too much hypotheticals.
Which is why I'm only asking for reassurance. I mean, they can have their secrets. Honestly, he shook hands with the mayor, sealing a deal on burning the church if anything happens to this one child. Why can't he just say that they won't use this demon to terrorize people?
Because we're not from here?
So? Does being from here make it any different on whether we should be granted the same rights as a human being? A living entity, regardless of whether we have horns or not at the moment?
Well, they are more familiar with the mayor and Eugene. And since we just got here...
They obviously have a history with the mayor because the mayor has forbidden his only son to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, do you consider the mayor evil or good?
Considering his name is Vic Pick, I don't necessarily trust the man.
That seems a little inherent. We don't know him.
Well,
I mean,
given my personal backstory, there's not that many people named Vic Pick.
I understand that, but I'm saying think of all the other people we've met here at this school. People who were against us in our realm. They're not evil here. Hell, Ruby's a child. Amethyst is married to Senguine. They're not evil here. Why would that affect Vidpick? If Vidpick is here and it's not our Vidpick, which I can only assume because I didn't see a reaction from either of you, not him recognizing you and not the other way around, it's possible this Vidpick is also good. I think he's frozen. Travis, are you frozen? Your video hasn't moved. Oh, no, there you are. Okay. You glitched out for a minute. You, didn't boom, and then everything was pixelated.
Sorry, can you repeat the last thing you said?
Oh, I was just going on about, the fact that Vidpick didn't seem to recognize you and that he isn't necessarily an evil person in this realm.
There's a reason why I don't like theories. I don't like theories.
I get it, man. I'm a soldier. I don't like theories either. I like absolutes. I like being told where to go and when to do and how to do it. And I have that.
Aren't you also told as a soldier to follow blindly?
If I had not been a commander, yes. As an officer, I was trained that sometimes the orders you receive are meant to be implied. But I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to help. I'm willing to let the church help us. And I'd feel better if we destroyed the demon. Like, if they had a way to destroy it, why not just rid the evil from this plane? Why leave it here? That's an absolute, man. There's no theories. If they're a good church, they'll help us destroy evil. No good can be had of keeping this demon. That's an absolute, not theories. They should be willing to help us destroy it.
Why don't we do this? We go get the other book. We see if that, with Eugene, if that's enough to take care of the problem. It buys us time. We get the other thing that we already need to get. And we haven't given an answer to him yet.
It'll buy us time, but I don't think the one book's going to do it.
Well, we already need the book anyway.
No, I know. It'll buy us time. We can go get the book. We also need to decide how we're going to keep Core here when half our party wants to take her.
Well, the church is already here and has guarded downstairs.
I don't want them to hurt Iris or Senguine.
Well,
should we try to convince them? I mean, they're gonna, if we leave them here, they're gonna do the same thing they've done since we got here, and they're gonna run roughshod off into a half-brained plan to get her out.
Iris is hellbent on the idea that by leaving, that Core will somehow be resurrected, and that this is entirely a fake world. That this world doesn't exist, or that what we do here doesn't affect us in the real world. Yeah, let's go talk to Iris and Senguine.
Should we take them with us to get the book?
Yes.
If they'll go.
Yes.
All right, let's do that.
Core's not going anywhere.
I know she's not. Trust the church to keep her contained, at least. So we're gonna walk back to the group, who I assume is still outside, probably fighting amongst themselves.
I'm gonna let you take the first couple of steps away, and then just to myself go, fuck, and then walk with you. But
I gave you theories, and then I gave you absolutes. Nanagan don't like him either. Okay.
Alright, so you have the group, Iris, Typhon, everyone but Thoror. Eugene's still sitting on the steps. Yeah, Typhon's been here the whole time. He came with Iris.
I thought Typhon had the cuts on his chest and he was knocked out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Typhon's not here. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, Typhon's not here, but Iris, which is gonna be very odd.
I was like, I don't remember that conversation. How he got the cuts on his chest being explained. So
he has a double. It's a twin. You know, it's what it is.
That's what that yin and yang ring's for, right?
Yeah. That's exactly.
And I don't know.
Instead of Typhon, it's Typhine with an E.
Typhina.
It's in drag.
Oh god, this is the moment we all find out they weren't lovers, they were twins. We didn't know.
Oh.
Okay.
Yas queen.
Yes. Oh my god. Rachel, your hair's so fabulous. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Iris, I am in love with everything that you do, girl. Come on.
Work it to the limit. We're in it to win it. Alright.
Bring it back.
Bringing it back. Okay, anyways. Because me and Travis can just go on for like hours.
I tried.
Okay. So what do you guys say to the group who's just standing there talking?
I'm just gonna walk over and I'm gonna go, Iris, Senguine, Leander. I honestly think the church has a really good shot at giving us back Core, but we do need to retrieve these books. I think. I don't know what you guys have planned. You guys ran in here roughshod early this morning demanding Core, but I think we should all go to the mine during daylight, preferably. We all know evil places at night, not good. And try to retrieve this book that we need, at least until we decide how to deal with getting the book from the church.
And we leave Core here. No one takes Core.
Oh, hey! Oh, bye!
Speaking of.
Wow. Wait, hold on. Say her name 3 more times, Travis.
I'm just doing dishes listening to y'all because I'm dead, and my sister's taking a bit of a nap because she was.
Wait, did you hear all of my theological talk?
Yeah. You didn't see my icons?
No, because my whole screen
I saw
is
it.
videos.
I saw you were listening.
I've been listening for a while now.
Shit, you didn't hear what Eugene said, right?
Nope.
Okay, good. Let's keep that a secret. Make her watch the episode.
That means next week, watch the Twitch episode.
Yeah, my sister's gonna get on in a minute. She was just like really, really grumpy, and then I woke her up to talk to my older sister for a minute. And then she was
the sonogram. How'd the sonogram go?
It went good. I'll talk about it a little bit more later.
Okay. For those of you who are just joining this episode randomly because you clicked on it because of the clickbait, that is Yeslie. She plays our Furbo cleric named Core. She's the one that everyone is trying to rescue. Currently, she is dead at the current moment, but they are trying to bring back her soul and put it back into her body, and pretty much kick out the demon.
Yep, that's why I'm doing dishes right now, because I did.
I mean, I was going to say, you're alive. I mean, we can see you. You're right here.
You're alive! It's a miracle!
Alrighty. So the plan is to go to the mine.
Yes. The thing that probably should have happened 3 sessions ago. We're doing it now.
Well, I mean, 3 sessions ago, I had 1 hit point.
All right.
I agree with that 3 sessions ago thing.
So,
3 sessions ago, we had 4.
As you guys are getting, packing up, ready to leave, Father will come out with 2 big duffel bags and call Leander and May-Ighe over to him.
I go nudge, Leander.
Yeah.
And then...
I'm glad you saw that.
You're a human. You're a human.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. So Leander and May-Ighe will go, and Father will go, well, just as promised. Drops the duffel bags. These are yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. They're obviously modernized, so you kind of will blend in. So you're not just walking around with what it would be like a medieval time period. Hopefully you won't have to use any of these.
I hope not either.
Unfortunately, anything magical you will have to self-activate and will only last for 24 hours.
And then after that, that's it. It's not working.
Correct. We dumped some great resources into these, but we have faith that you guys would do the church proud.
Thank you. So that I am still in the process of trying to convince the party to take the trust. And I'm doing what I can to convince them.
May I, no matter the outcome, myself and our Lord Father will be proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then Father will look at everyone. Look at Nanagan.
Oh, I was sort of hoping that we weren't.
I'm kidding. He won't do that.
You're doing a shit job of convincing people to join the church.
Sorry, it's a tick. It happens. I can't control it.
It happens with people whose names only have 3 letters that are just used in different ways.
You know what? Those 3 letters, the only letters you guys bothered to learn.
I want to make a character now who automatically hates anyone with the 3 letters in their name. Just no matter what. Nope, that I have a pet peeve with that. Nope, I can't trust you. 3 is a bad number.
We've been in this world for a whole 2 days, and nobody in this realm has called me Nanagan except for you guys. Nobody noticed.
And then Father will go back into the church. While Eugene...
Actually, has the Father called me by name at all?
No, he just got you Nanagan.
Yeah. But, because he knew from the beginning that it wasn't me, but he never called me by my actual name.
Correct.
Only Bryce.
Correct. So Eugene will stand up on his little cane that he has, and well, I wish you the best of luck. Good job. He'll reach into his pocket. He'll pull out a coin, and then he'll flip it over to May-Ighe.
And May-Ighe will. That was embarrassing.
He'll just and he'll waddle back into the church.
Hey, Eugene,
Yes.
look after my friend, please.
I do my best.
Do you still need a hand, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So onward to onward to the mine.
And to
All right,
myself, I just say, "Poor Eugene."
So, what vehicle did they take back to the school? Was it the van?
I think it was no. The van is still here because that was Eugene's father's. That was Vidpik's, but Vidpik left it. And then Iris and Senguine came in on a hog.
Okay.
So you have the van and the hog.
Conceivably, I have ridden in the passenger seat with Thoror quite a bit. You think I'd be able to figure out a car?
We can try.
I mean, because May-Ighe, he might have noticed we're a little tied up for ways to get around. Senguine can obviously drive the hog, but I don't know if he can figure out the van, which we will need to take for all of us. I could ask Bryce to drive us, but I would want him to be a getaway person and not necessarily go into the mine with us.
I also paid attention to Typhon when he drove us to Old Town.
Okay.
And apparently, since I was in parole for stealing cars, that means I must know how to drive them.
Are you old enough to drive a car, Ms. Ron? Are you 16 or 17?
Typhon can, so I think if Typhon can, I can.
I know, but Tyson's a senior.
I'm a sophomore, but I think we're the same age.
Alright.
Oh, look at me.
I don't know how mortal rules work, but like, you were a kid when we first got here, so I wasn't sure like
I was 17 when I got here, yeah.
Okay, alright.
And now I'm 17 and a half.
Half a year in 2 days, okay.
That's how it works for you humans, right?
Typhon is actually a senior.
Oh, that's
I thought he
so.
was.
We can.
Because he's worried about scholarships, and he said that he was going to go to college, and Iris was still going to have another 2 years.
All right, so we can hear Thoror, but we just can't see him.
Oh yeah, I jumped on.
Thoro's not even there.
Well, right, yeah, I know. I'm just talking.
Oh, okay. Now I see who's all in the call.
These
But
are
anyways,
not players you are looking
Well,
well, I guess if we don't want to ask Bryce, May-Ighe, we can let you drive, and if you make mistakes, we'll just say you're learning.
well, yeah, did Iris want to do? Since Thoror, I'm assuming you're next to Iris. Did she want to do anything before the group left to the mine?
I don't even know what's going on.
Okay. So we'll go ahead.
Still a recap.
We'll go ahead and leave Iris and Senguine at the church for now. And then whenever you guys are fully ready, we'll leave the hog there. And then everyone else will just go in the van.
Okay, so the van's gonna have me, May-Ighe, Leander.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
I mean, unless you want to bring your hubby along for him to drive.
He's an accountant in this world. I don't think he's
He
gonna do
is an accountant, and don't you guys forget that.
Accountants
him.
are.
If we bring him, he will be there to count the hit points as they go down.
Or count the number of people that die.
Someone has to
3.
do it, and he will do it.
I know he will. I don't want to take him into danger. I don't really honestly think I would have asked him to be the driver if we needed to, but I won't take him just for.
All right. So as everyone, so who's gonna drive? Is it gonna be May-Ighe or Nanagan?
May I? What's your intelligence?
16.
Yeah, you drive.
All right. So as Leander loads into the back, as Nanagan kind of sits in the passenger seat, and as May-Ighe goes to open the door, so Nanagan and May-Ighe, at the time of opening up the door, you realize there's the puppet just sitting in the driver's seat.
God, he's the penguin. I know he is. He's in the driver's seat. What you doing?
Hi, puppet. What are you doing? You gonna drive? Do you know where we're going? Do you know where the mines are? Can I do an insight check to see if he's...
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, he is.
Oh.
The character that hasn't appeared yet.
5.
I will give you advantage on this since it's the puppet.
When I open my door, can I just go, quack?
Was that a 1?
Again.
Don't you have lucky?
Not the feet.
Oh.
No, he's not a halfling anymore.
All right. So that was a nat 1.
Iris has lucky, but she's not with us.
Not one on the puppet?
No, was that a nat 1 on you?
You did the face, so we thought you got a nat one.
No, I rolled 2 5s.
$5 foot long. Yeah, you believe him.
All right, I get in. I sit the puppet on my lap. You're gonna drive us to the mine. I guess I'll try and start it. I do it.
I feel like I need music.
He got the key and then put in the ignition and started.
I know,
Subtitles.
Do.
So yeah, he'll go ahead and do it, and then he'll just wait.
He can't reach the pedals, man.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and then I will, after watching type in, I will do my best to put my foot on the left side, left brake, left pedal, put it to the D, and then hit the other pedal, and release on the left.
Alright,
And
so
I will hurt the foot more.
you guys are
Really
going
doesn't
about
pray for this.
7 miles an hour in the beginning, just to get it, get used to it. May I go ahead and roll me a let's go acrobatics or athletics check,
Oh, dear God, I'm not rolling that. Those...
as well as an intelligence check.
Oh,
Just-
okay. That's a good one. Yep. Actual athletics. 18 for the acrobatics.
Okay.
Ooh, and 18 for the intelligence check.
All right. So with that,
Just to
you're
make this really fun, Peter, we're in the 70s. Are the cars stick shift?
oh, a DC 22.
Because none of us
It's a van. Most vans are.
Yeah, most vans don't have 6 shifts. All
This
right.
is the 70s. I didn't know.
I don't know. Well, if anything, it's a warp of 70s. So with the confidence of kind of like, because, on the way up, for those of you who remember the map, it's kind of just like a one straight road to the church. And since no one's going your way, if anything, some cars are coming to the church. You guys get a confidence, because there's about a 10-minute drive from the church to the end of it, all the way down the hill. You get pretty confident with it, staying in the lines, not being too frightened about other cars driving by and everything. Go ahead, everyone in the van, make me a perception check.
Do I also make that check?
Yes.
I don't like those.
Would you like me to make it for Leander?
Sure.
Yeah, please, because I only got a 13, because it's a -2.
14.
Okay. All right. Bless you.
Bless you. Hold on.
Thank you.
I gotta get my dice in the car.
I can just roll it, like Yeslie.
Look,
No.
Leander's already in the car. You should have his dice.
Oh, it does still smell like blood in the car.
That's nothing new to us.
No one cleaned the van.
Nope. Nope, but it is a reminder of...
That's a 17.
All right. So.
Also, before, hold on. I want to show you guys something real quick.
Does Yeslie.
Yeah, it's a wild Yeslie.
Someone catch her. That's dope.
Is that the dice jam?
Thanks.
Yay.
Box of holding.
It reminds me of Core.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's it.
It's a +1 item. Can only be used in this plane.
All right. So May-Ighe got a 14, and Leander got a 17, and then Nanagan got a
13.
13. Luckily, it was 13
I
and
rolled
above.
a 15, but it's a -2.
It's okay. It's okay. It was 13 and above. So as you guys are driving and everything, for some strange reason, the radio turns on, and a very ominous, like da na 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 music starts playing, and the puppet slowly turns his head to the right, like kind of like in reaction to him turning, everyone else kind of turns, and way back in the forest area of the town, kind of where the lake is, you see this very bulky humanoid creature with his like overalls and bare-chested person, which is like a weird-looking mask on and a hatchet on his side, and just looking straight at you guys.
So fun. So glad I got my sword away from Evil Core.
And the puppet tries to turn the van over in that direction.
I knew it was a bad idea to have him do it. I'm going to grab that steering wheel.
Well, May, are you gonna do anything since you're the lady closest?
Yeah, I see. I would like to react.
Alright, so Nanagan, you'll be able to react at the same time as May as well.
Okay.
So May.
So, looking, I didn't, because I knew the puppet knew where we were going, I didn't pull out the map. But I don't want him to turn into creepy guy with knife staring at us. Can I keep the wheel straight to prevent him from turning into...
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah. So you go and do that, and Nanagan assists you as well, which is no. And a little teardrop comes from the puppet's eye.
I immediately go into my pocket to feel for the map, and then I just give it to Nanagan and go, I'm afraid to take my eyes off the road, please.
I will take the map and find the church and see if I can't discern where we need to go and stuff. Which I should be pretty good at because military training has maps.
It's okay. I mean, it's really self-explanatory. If you guys pull up the maps, I'll go ahead and pull up the maps for our viewers at home. I know it's in the little boxes down below the screens that the viewers at home can see, because one is a high school and then one is a town. But to just give you guys a bigger picture of it, I know unfortunately you guys won't be able to see it, but
That's okay. I think you posted it in the chat a couple sessions back. So
correct. So we're gonna go to draw. So the creepy creature, we'll say, would be about, oh god, right here, as a van is driving.
Is it at SC?
Sorry. Oh, nope. I currently... The SC, yeah.
Okay.
So the group is going to go down this way. Book it over here. All the way down to go through the middle of town. Make their way to a little corner of the rich housing. Makes it a little farther down and into the mining. So that's the path they're going to take, as long as the puppet allows them. Or if they take a detour anywhere, they can go to May-Ighe's house, which I do believe is right here. Or they can go to Cord's house, which is at the park.
I mean, I don't really see any reason to make a detour, do you?
Or they can go to Old Town to revisit some friends. They can also go back to the high school if they want. Or they can even go to the mayor's house.
I mean, we're pretty set on the mine. We need to go anywhere else.
No, yeah, we should just head to the mines.
Okay.
I see no reason to detour.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and minimize
I
it.
see no reason to detour nor go to the high school. I'm basically leaving. I don't know where Thoror is, but I do mention it and go, do you want to be the one to tell him where we're going? It's kind of hard to put past this thing.
Last I know, Thoror's at the school. I did have a text on my phone that said that they needed to go to the school. But by the time I woke up and everything started going, Senguine and Iris had showed up at the church.
I mean, just remember, guys, you do have a cell phone. You can easily call them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of what May-Ighe was referring to, but he didn't say it out loud.
Well, you also said you didn't know where he was, so I was telling you where he was.
Yeah, I didn't know where he was.
Okay. I can try to call him. He wasn't with Iris or Senguine this morning when they showed up at the church. Yeah, I'll call him, make sure he's okay. So, I'm going to call Thoror and ensure that he's okay because he didn't show back up at the church, and also to see if he wants to join us at mine.
All right, Thoror, are you there?
He's here.
You.
You guys are really soft.
It's because they're chillaxing on their couch.
Apparently. Are we going to be able to see you guys tonight?
No. You best. No.
Oh, okay.
We're eating, sorry. we're currently shoveling our face full of food, so that way later on you can see us and not have, spaghetti everywhere.
10-4. Can you shovel food and make out with the mic at the same time?
Yes, I can pause shoveling food for a hot second, so that way I can make out.
I don't. So as your character is just hanging out with Kane or whatever you guys are doing, driving the catapult on over to where the pole is, your cell phone starts to ring. Do you answer it?
Well, first off, I'm gonna look at it and see who's calling.
It says Nanagan.
I'm immediately just gonna sigh and go, why did I do that?
Okay, hold on. That means that Eugene put that in there because I wouldn't know that reference.
Well,
Next step I'm gonna do is look how far away from the portal I am.
you guys are still driving over there. We'll say that you hitch a ride in Kane's truck that has a catapult on the back of it.
Yeah.
So you're not at the portal just yet. You're about like 10 minutes away.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he'll pick up.
All right.
Hello.
Thoror, where you at?
Making our way to make this plan go
What
in
plan?
action. What are you guys up to?
What plan are you putting in action? Last I heard from you, just said come
You
to the
were
school.
asleep. I have a potential way home, so yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. We're actually heading over to the mine to get one of the books for hopefully getting core back.
Mm-hmm.
Is your plan immediate? I mean, are you planning on leaving without core?
No, I've given it some thought, and I'm giving you guys some time. I'm waiting.
All right, cool. When we get the book, do you want to meet us for the core, or do you want to meet us for wherever you're planning on being for this plan?
Guess it's gonna depend upon when you guys get back, because I don't know how long this portal's gonna stay open.
We're going home via portal?
Well, I have a potential for getting us home via portal, but everyone else has kind of decided to shoot holes in that plan, other than Senguine and Iris. So
Oh, that'd be why they showed up at the church this morning.
yeah, they decided that they were gonna show up to try to convince you guys to grab core and go, but haven't heard back from them yet. So.
Well, no, we left them at the church. They were still trying to get core. We can't take core back in her state.
Iris had some idea about that. I don't remember what it was, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, how long can you give us before your plan goes to shit?
Out of character. About what time is it in game?
Say 9:30.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, church is early rising.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, let's say around 9. We'll say 9 because 7:30 that whole thing happened. You guys spent an hour reading the book, so about 9 o'clock right now.
Cool. Back in. I can give you guys about 12 hours.
Cool. All right. I guess check back in with Iris and Sanguine, see what's going on with them. Like I said, we're going to the mine, so I'll let you know when we get the book, and we'll head back to the church. Hopefully to, get core going.
Sounds fun.
All right. I will hang up with him. I look at May-Ighe and I go, he's not coming.
Did I overhear you say something about a portal?
Apparently, Thoror and Iris and Sanguine have discovered some way for us to get home via portal. And Thoros figures he's got about 12 hours to produce this plan. He didn't give me a lot of details on it. But, I mean, stranger things have happened here. Portals and whatnot. We had one on the drive to the church. So.
Do you reckon it's the same portal?
That one hasn't closed yet. It's a possibility. But not fun things came out of that portal the first time. So I really hope that's not the plan.
Okay, because I read that book about like the interdimensional travel and stuff, and it talks specifically about portals. Did you see runes on the portal?
No, it popped out of nowhere when the Leander was popping the balloons.
Okay.
It's a big tear in the sky.
Oh, that's terrible. That's actually really bad. That's
what I thought would have happened.
So here's why it's really bad, and then I explain on the drive.
Nanagan tries to
not the
understand a lot
penguin.
of it.
The puppet will go,
So I
Me and the puppet look very similar right now.
So I do explain everything that Peter told me earlier. I don't know how much of that you were.
I wrote it down.
Yeah. So I explained all of that.
Well, that all sounds very doom and gloom. But we have 12 hours to figure it out. So let's focus on core first. I go unless
back.
you want to drive to. He didn't tell me where he was driving to, but I could call him back if you want to try to. Puppet, what are you doing?
I was about to speak as the puppet. Like, wait, the puppet doesn't speak.
I saw you miming things. I was like, please tell me we're still going straight.
So May-Ighe, you're gonna find Thoror?
No, I'm still going.
Okay, to the mine. All right.
Okay.
So
because Nanagan said he's not coming.
Okay. So you guys will go to the mine and everything. On your way stops, you kind of see some familiar faces driving by or walking down the street. You may not know these faces, but just you get the feeling of familiarity with these faces, whether it's maybe a coworker or someone you grew up with, even though you guys do live in this town.
Okay, are you saying that we are recognizing them from our alter reality and that we just recognize their faces even though they're in different clothes? Or are you saying that our alternate reality consciousness is merging with ours?
Yes. That's what I'm
if I see these people, what I'm saying here is when I see them, am I recognizing them as a face I knew in the alternate reality, or am I recognizing them as that's a student at the school? And I'm like, why would I know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Both.
Narrative.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
it's a good question.
Sure, like if I need to watch out for my alternate self merging with myself, I'm like,
Nah, you just know. I won't say you don't know why you know it, but you just know it.
Okay.
But you guys will keep driving. You will see, as you get to one stoplight, like kind of driving past you, you will see a older version of Core with black hair, kind of wearing some mom attire clothes. Just kind of like drive by the intersection. She looks a little panicking. Not a little panicking, but kind of like, just okay, So like have that mom concerned face on, but knowing everything's gonna be okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to initiate no contact with her because I'm not going to tell her daughter's dead, even if I knew it was her mom.
I'm not saying. I'm just ignoring.
All right. So
actively looking at the road and nothing else.
All right. So let's go ahead. It's gonna be a very low chance, but we'll see if somehow, with some miracle way, you run into Thoror and Kane. Okay, you do not.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, there was like a 5% chance, and you rolled way above 5.
Would the roads even have crossed?
Oh, they can.
Well,
they can. Yeah. I mean, it depends on which way we drive.
All right, so you eventually get outside of mine, which would be. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. Go ahead and get my little drawing thingy. We'll go ahead and make it brown. All right, so right about here, kind of be like a gate. I know you guys can't see it, but if you're watching a Twitch or looking at the map, you have this little like hill thing going around, and then right where the road you will go straight into the mine work area or the construction yard, there is a gate, and there is a guard outside the gate and his little gate, his toll booth type thing. He will step out. He does have a firearm on his side, so it looks like it's just him. The gate is closed, and he'll, tell you to stop.
I stop.
He'll walk over. Oh, sorry.
You roll the window down.
I do it one way, realize that that's not doing anything, and it's giving resistance, and I go the other way, and it's like, okay.
How can I help you?
Hi, I don't know any other way to put this, but there's a book in the mine that we need to get.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to be honest with you.
Oh, that's it?
I
That's just a book?
Yes.
Alright, well, if there's a book you're looking for, I'm going to have to direct you to the library, which is in Old Town, and you can get plenty of books about the mine over there.
It's not a book about the mine. It's in the mine.
Well, I can clearly and confidently say there's no books in the mine. That mine's been abandoned for quite some time. Only authorized personnel are able to go in there. Go on to the site.
Who would be considered authorized personnel?
Well, that is unfortunately disclosed information.
I didn't want to name drop. I was gonna lean over from this. I didn't want to name drop, but I do have permission from the mayor to be in here. I work up at the
Deception?
school. Deception, sure. Cool. Ugh.
Is it a nat one?
It is.
Bountiful luck. Reload it.
Oh.
Can you give me bountiful luck?
You're within 30 feet of me, and you rolled a nat one. Yes, I can.
Okay.
I use my reaction to do so.
Not much better. I don't have anything to add for deception, so that's an 11.
Alright, he goes, okay, well, I will still need to call and confirm that.
Go ahead.
Alright, both of you make me a perception check.
Those are bad.
3.
It's a 5 minus 2. Oh no! There goes my glowing dice.
Oh, apparently Travis said no.
I rolled a natural 2 with a -1, making it a 1.
Wonderful for us.
Screw my method.
Alright,
We perceive nothing.
I need now both of you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
No! Wisdoms are negative too. But I rolled a nat 20.
And that 20?
Yeah, it's still negative 2, but it's a nat 20.
Travis is just leaving.
Travis is done. I have lost my glowing dice though. I dropped it and it went under my desk. And
A 1! A motherfucking 1. Alright.
Can you bountiful thing your whatever yourself?
Can only be used on other people.
Ah.
Alright, so May-Ighe gets feared. Nanagan resists. But what happens was, as he's turning back, you guys are like, okay, we got this. All he needs to do to make the call. Big Pick knows we're doing this. He should vouch for us. As he gets halfway, the van rocks, startling you both. And the next thing you know is you see this small object flying over to the security guard, with this glowing gauntlet on his hand, and just gets on the back of his neck, shoves it to the ground, rips off the head of the security guard, and then throws it over the van so the blood just splatters on the windshield and everything. And then all you hear, because you can't really see because of the blood is there, you hear crunch, 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 bones breaking, guts just popping and everything. And as you guys are both just there in fear, you hear like a burping sound.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is a friend, and I'm an adult, so can I throw my leg over there and slam the gas and get us going through the gate?
Yeah, go for it. All right. So, you just feel a very strong force of an adult leg just boom. All right.
Put your seatbelt on.
Did everyone have the seatbelt on?
I did.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't physically state it, but I've been in the cars enough to know that we should do it.
I
Especially
did it
after that
because
incident.
if Tyken did it, then I did.
My thing is, I was in that very traumatic van accident with everybody else in the balloon, so I think I would. But...
So you guys just boom, and the car goes forward, and May-Ighe can be the only one who can see this since it'll be on his side. So May-Ighe, as you kind of like push forward, and you're like, you glance off the corner of your eye, and you just see the puppet covered in bloods and guts, and his gauntlets are kind of like shrinking back down, and he has a gun in the other hand, and he just looks at you going,
oh, now we've given him a gun. When did he leave your lap, May-Ighe?
You guys slam into this fence, but unfortunately I rolled for it. The fence folds in and just slams into where Leander's at. Yeslie, if you're there, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw for Leander?
In the back of the van?
Well, so you hit it, but the luck was so it caved in on itself, and with a barbed wiring it had on it, it just went straight through the van. Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Hard roll. For Leander.
Yes, since you guys are in the front seat, and you see, so you get a little bit of whiplash as well. But since Leander's in the back, it's kind of more of that reaction time of kind of unbuckling really quickly and then jumping forward into your guys' laps to see if he can make it without getting down.
Right, you said
Dex.
Dexterity
Dex?
saving throw.
Could I have not done my bountiful luck since it had been more than 6 seconds?
If Leander rolls a 1, you can. This was for the vehicle.
Oh, for the vehicle. Okay.
Yeah, the vehicle rolled a 1.
Okay. I thought you said Leander rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. A 19, perfect. All right. So Leander, with that, like reflexes, he saw everything and he instinctively knew what to do. Once the gas pedal was pressed, he unbuckled himself and kind of just lunged himself forward, hitting the glass windshield in front of you, breaking it, and then tumbling out. So Leander will take about 2 points of damage, just for the glass, but Leander, other than that, is safe. And now you have this van that is stuck in this gate. So you guys, if you're wanting to come out of it, would have to exit through the front window. The windshield.
How far are we from the mine?
You're still quite a bit distance. You just got through the gate, and now you can see that this is a quarry, construction site. There's still some vehicles here of construction. So bigger, scary-looking machines that you guys have yet to see before. And they kind of look rusted and a little bit abandoned. So it looks like no one has used them for a little bit. There's some of like those office trailers that they usually have in construction sites. A couple of them here and there. There's some porta potties left here. It looks like this would have been an active construction site, but there's just no one here. So you're very confused on that look.
So there's no... It doesn't look like the ruckus we caused raised any more alarms. Just the one guy.
Correct. It just looked like the one guy was there. Do you guys proceed to exit the vehicle?
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and get out because we're stuck. Can't stay in it.
Alright, so you guys do suffer a little bit of whiplash, but taking a moment to kind of just... you unbuckle yourself and you crawl out for the front window. Leander will pick himself up and kind of dust, getting some of the glass shards out. And he'll kind of just look at you guys and be like, what the fuck?
Oh, Leander says that?
Yeah.
Well, Leander, did you see what attacked the guard?
No.
Cool, neither did I. I got the fuck out of there.
Oh, okay.
Or at least I tried.
It was the
Well,
As,
we know that after the fact.
Has a gun.
go ahead, the three of you. So Leander, May-Ighe, and Nanagan, go ahead and roll me another perception check.
Okay, I'm gonna use a
Oh
different
wait,
dice.
I can't use my metal dice anymore. They are forever cursed.
Well, I went ahead and like retrieved my glow in the dark one, but I'm not gonna use it anymore. So give me shit rolls.
Give me a second. I'm dealing with my doggy guy in the trash, and he showed his teeth to me. So
You're good.
give me a second.
All right. Well, perception you said.
Yeah.
I got a 10 and it's 12.
I'm guessing May-Ighe got less. It's not May-Ighe's day. Another one! What is that, your
I don't
second
think it's
one?
your metal die, May I? don't think it's your metal die.
Is that your second one, May-Ighe?
You better pull up those imaginary die on roll 20. or D&D Beyond.
And there is Iris and Thoror. But May-Ighe, is that your second one?
In a row.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It
2
is.
ones for May-Ighe.
Thanks for pointing it out.
You're welcome.
Well,
God, Will Wheaton must be rolling natural 20s tonight.
Alright. So May-Ighe, since you rolled a natural 1, go ahead and roll me another wisdom saving throw.
I'm scared.
you're already scared. What else can happen?
Oh, a lot.
Oh, I know. I'm just
Perfect, okay. Yeah, it's a 12, okay.
This. No. Screw this. No.
Here's a 15.
Oh, 15, okay.
No, I'm gonna take a photo. This is bullshit.
Is that 1 again?
Yes. I have rolled 3 ones in a row. This is bogus. No way.
I think that means that there's extra bad shit coming now.
Welcome.
Ayos míos.
Yeah, I took a photo. And I'm gonna take another one. It's God.
Dear God, May-Ighe.
I don't know what I did wrong. I treat them so well.
I mean, you were actively talking about being in another campaign while being on the stream. So.
That's probably what it was. It's because you all trying to snipe my players. Alright, since we do have 4 people here, I'll keep this up, and on the second half of the video on part 2, we'll go ahead and minimize my little stream there. And whatnot. Oh God, May-Ighe. Why, May-Ighe?
I have rolled about 15 times tonight. 2 of them were above.
Did you warm your dice up before we played?
Alright, so what...
I warm my dice up anyway.
So what Leander sees, since this, unfortunately Leander was the only one to pass, Leander sees this small little creature just kind of darting in and out of crevices and dark places everywhere in the courtyard. Nanagan, you just don't see anything. You're just like, okay, we're here. Let's get going and everything. Man,
Oh, I am very focused on pushing that glass out.
yeah, like and everything, kind of cleaning yourself off. May-Ighe, you see, just like already being feared, and the fact that like you sense something, but now you can't see where it is, but now you feel another wave of this like fear, this doubt you thought you got rid of, like coming back at you. And in the
I guess
distance,
give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
in the distance, you can barely see, but you can make out who it is. You can see that it's your sister off in the distance with the puppet's hand following it into the mine. And before they kind of disappear into the mine, you can see that the puppet's head turn completely around, look dead into your soul, and wink at you as they disappear into the mine.
I remember the last time this happened. I ran away to go get my sister, and everyone thought that was a bad idea. So I'm staying here.
Alright, go ahead and roll me another wisdom saving throw, but unfortunately with disadvantage.
Yeah, you know what? Now let's see how many ones I can get. Okay, I don't know where the other dice went, but that was a natural 7. That one is clearly called. Okay, so 6 is the lowest.
Okay. So we'll say at the time being, you're kind of a little bit frozen in fear. So you're not really moving and you're not really talking to anyone. You're just there, just trying to contemplate and like hold back on your impulses of wanting to run and rescue your sister.
Oh, Jesus.
So May-Ighe's out right now. May-Ighe is just...
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry guys, I had to jump out. My roommate's boyfriend showed up and he didn't have a key and he was like, "Let me in," and I was like, "Shit."
Okay. So we'll go ahead.
So I'm not quite sure. So something scared May-Ighe and he thinks he saw his sister?
Out of game, yes.
Out of game, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and take a pause on the people over at the mines. We'll go ahead and move back over to the people who are at the church. So this would be Senguine and Iris. I'm going to ask Iris a little question first. Since we are about to go on break in about 6 minutes, would you like to give this time to hopefully have Senguine come in so you guys can both roleplay? Or would you like to roleplay for about 6 minutes and go from return and see what happens?
I think I would rather Senguine, like Eli, be there. See if we can get him.
Okay. So if that's the case, we'll go ahead and start our break now, but we'll have a little bit longer break. So we'll return at 7:45. So that should give Eli about 20 minutes, hopefully, to show up. So for those of you who are watching this YouTube video, we're going to take a small break here. Please check out part 2 and see what happens to people at the mine. And see what happens with Iris and Senguine. If they're going to force their way in, kidnap Core, or they could take a different route. Stay tuned.
Well, what about Thor?